the 96-year-old father driving his disabled son. Judge Frank Caprio was not a celebrity simply because he wore a robe. He became a symbol because he listened like a neighbor and ruled like a human being.
You see that young man over there? That's my son. You're putting a lot of pressure on me.
That simple combination transformed short traffic court clips into global moments that people returned to when they needed to feel less alone and more understood. One of the clearest examples of why people adored him was the case of Victor Colella, a 96-year-old man who appeared in court after being stopped for speeding in a school zone while driving his disabled son to bloodwork.
Mr. Colella, you are charged with a school zone violation.
I don't drive that fast, Judge. I'm 96 years old and I drive slowly, and I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped. I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
You are a good man. You are a good man. You really are what America is all about.
The moment played out less like a traffic violation and more like a short film about love and family.
But here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. That's just a wonderful thing for you.
Caprio did 3 things. He listened without interruption, he summarized the person's story back in a way that made the defendant feel respected, and he spoke with praise rather than disdain, telling the man he was a good man for what he was doing before dismissing the ticket.
Listen, sir, I wish you all the best. I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health, and your case is dismissed. Good luck to you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Many viewers said it was a reminder that rules exist to protect people, not to crush them when they are already carrying heavy burdens.
The grieving mother with only $5 left. Another unforgettable case involved a woman who told the court she had just buried her son and that after paying her fines, she would be left with only $5.
Yeah, the one on 11-1, I went to Social Security because they had cut my check. Because my son was recently killed last year. So they cut my check because he had owed money.
Who?
My son was killed March of last year, right? So I was his rep payee. So they took my money because he had owed money. So I had to go to Social Security to fix that matter. When I came out, I had a ticket.
That single detail stripped away all procedural distance and turned the hearing into a human crisis unfolding in front of a judge. Caprio's response was not theatrical mercy, but a considered human reaction.
I think we can all express our sympathy to you and understand the trauma that you have experienced.
Paused long enough to show that he understood the depth of her loss. He refused to treat her like just another file number, and then he dismissed the fines entirely, framing the choice as an act of compassion rather than weakness.
I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to dismiss everything.
Thank you.
All right. With our best wishes and hope that things turn around good for you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Good luck.
Online, people described this ruling as healing, as if the courtroom had become a place where grief was acknowledged rather than punished. Threads sharing the clip were filled with comments from viewers who said those 5 minutes made them cry and feel less cynical about institutions. The veteran who asked nothing for himself. Some of Captain's.
Mr. Tower, you have 2 red light violations and 2 school zone violations. Is there anything you want to tell me about them?
I didn't know I was doing this stuff, Your Honor.
Right.
Evidently, the Pleasant Valley Parkway ones is going to the
sir.
VA.
The man did not demand special treatment for his service.
I'm not looking for anything special as far as my military service, Your Honor. You know, that's up to you.
He simply asked to be heard and remembered.
You didn't, were you in the service, sir?
Yeah, Your Honor.
When did you serve?
Vietnam.
You in Vietnam?
Yeah.
How long were you in Vietnam?
66 to 68, Your Honor.
Caprio's response was immediate and precise. He acknowledged the veteran's service and humility.
You know, I have a very particular affinity toward those that served in Vietnam. Number 1, because of the service to our country, and number 2, because of the way they were treated when they came home. And you are just like all of the other Vietnam veterans that I know. They're not looking for anything, right? They're all real men. They're willing to take it on the chin, and they're not looking for anything special. And unfortunately, when they came back from Vietnam, they weren't treated the way they should have been treated. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Did you have any of those experiences?
Then reduced or dismissed the fines while speaking plainly about sacrifice and dignity.
The total fines are $200.
Social posts and veterans organizations pointed out that Caprio's actions were not empty gestures, but tangible relief in moments when bureaucracy would normally pile on more burden. Many described it as proof that dignity in small acts matters a great deal. The mother fighting cancer. The case of the mother who received a ticket on the very last day of her radiation treatment spread quickly across social media because of how Caprio handled it. Rather than leaning into sentimentality, he kept the tone calm and matter-of-fact. He listened to the details of her treatment, recognized the strain of medical hardship, treated her as both a patient and a parent rather than a careless driver.
You were charged with going through a traffic control device on Elm. You order up everything you want, right?
Hey, that money didn't exist.
Right? You gonna order big breakfast?
Yes.
Okay, you ready? Excited now?
Yes.
You tell him when you get in the car. See, if you don't take me to breakfast, I'm gonna tell the judge.
Okay.
Okay?
Audiences loved this interaction because it showed Caprio understood the weight of small gestures, that joy could coexist with law, and that even in the formality of a courtroom, laughter could be part of the human experience. Smiles that win. A cheerful student. Another touching, lighthearted moment involved a high school student facing a minor parking infraction. The student maintained a cheerful demeanor, smiling throughout the proceedings despite the formality and potential stress of a courtroom. Caprio noticed and seized upon this simple human gesture. He remarked, "One thing you can't fake is a smile." Positivity and authenticity alongside any legal outcome. Following this, Caprio allowed the student to feel seen, praised the effort of maintaining good spirits in difficult circumstances, and dismissed the fine.
You're not guilty. Okay. On this reason.
The law. He understood the courtroom as more than a space for punishment. It could be a stage for teaching empathy, responsibility, and kindness. By acknowledging small victories, clever arguments, and honest confessions, Caprio turned mundane infractions into memorable moments. Audiences worldwide returned to these clips when they needed reassurance that fairness could also be compassionate. Comments across social media repeatedly echoed sentiments of joy, gratitude, and admiration. People noted that Caprio's patience and delight with children restored faith in systems often perceived as rigid and impersonal. Modeling humanity in all rulings. Caprio's approach in these lighter cases demonstrates remarkable consistency with his heavier emotional rulings. In both contexts, he listened carefully, valued the person in front of him, and applied discretion to balance justice with understanding. Whether facing an elderly parent, a grieving mother, a veteran, or a child, with honesty and wit, the underlying principle was the same. Judge Caprio recognized the humanity behind every case and acted to preserve dignity, celebrate virtue, and sometimes simply bring us. Why these cases went viral globally? The viral nature of Judge Caprio's clips was no accident. Millions of people across YouTube face practiced in a way that honored people's circumstances rather than just their offenses. Public mourning and his passing in 2025. The impact of Judge Caprio's death from pancreatic cancer in 2025 was felt profoundly by audiences worldwide. Tributes poured in across social media of his most iconic cases after his passing highlighted both nostalgia and the enduring relevance of his philosophy. Caprio had become more than a local judge or viral personality. He had become a symbol of what authority could look like when grounded in empathy and fairness. If you enjoyed seeing how Judge Frank Caprio turned everyday rulings into lessons in empathy and kindness, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that show the human side of justice. Share your favorite Caprio moment in the comments. I want to know which clip gave you chills, made you laugh, or restored your faith in people. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a moment where real-life heroes remind us what fairness and compassion look like in action.